nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, Devon, huge congratulations. You're in to your first quarterfinal or individual quarterfinal since 2015. Coming from behind, that must feel quite good.
Yeah, I think Martin Kleermaker, I mean, an amazing talent and certainly one of the Dutch players that obviously represent themselves very well. He got through Rob Cross previously before this, and there was no mug really. I mean, he shrugged Rob Cross off, but I think his pace is what is kind of, I think he's probably the quickest player in the world at this point in time. And like, he walks his last dart and he only throws 2 darts. So he's quicker than Ricky Evans. The first session, I needed to catch my breath and just find my rhythm in a sense. But yeah, it's great to come through that. And I kind of recompose myself to start the second session. And yeah, finally I got over the line and fantastically, I'm now the victor.
4-1 down, did you need that break just to compose yourself so you didn't fall deeper into his trap?
100%. Like, it was literally chasing him and I'm hanging on to his coattails. I missed 1 dart for 2 darts for tops, I think it was. And he was so clinical on his finishing, and I was quite mesmerized by his pace. And I thought that break came at the right time. Probably not for him, but for me it was welcomed. And yeah, I found myself reeling off 5 legs, which I think put him in a wobble a bit, and he started thinking about the game a lot more, and you could see it come through, but not completely though. Like, there was shots where I thought that I would have a chance. Like the 104 was massive, where I missed I think I missed the 164, and yeah, those kind of shots he was taking out. But I think his finishing is so clinical. He's scoring, obviously, when he gets to score and move closer and less mistakes, he'll be a phenomenal player.
Over 18 legs, you average north of 101. That must really please you over this format.
Yeah, I think it's just moving towards what I've been continuously performing. Like, it's no surprise to me. I've been putting in the hours and the work. Now, I mean, if you're saying 100 average and you're mentioning me, it's everybody's like, yeah, Devon's playing well, but in my mind itself, it's not form, it's more standard in a sense. So yeah, I'm probably not over the moon, but I'm ecstatic that I'm performing at that level. Yesterday, I had a little niggle with my first dart, and it was easily corrected today in the practice, and I'm happy that it performed on the stage quite well.
All eyes will now turn to a certain match this evening where you play the winner. If Michael van Gerwen is to win, are you going to log out of social media so the dark arts don't affect you this time?
No doubt. I just ignored it anyways. Previously, the thing is with me is I learn the first time I get burnt, and then I don't get burnt the second time. I know exactly what to expect. So if it does happen, I mean, that's on him. But for me, it's ultimately game on, and that was the first time I was in that kind of situation, and I've learned from that now. So yeah, I won't find myself in that situation in the future, and yeah, probably never again.
Just watching him last night, he looked somewhere back to near his best. Do you think that we'll see more of that, or do you think we'll see more of the inconsistent Michael van Gerwen that we've seen over recent weeks?
I'm not even focused on his game at all. I mean, he's got a massive game against Ian White. We know he's missed the consistency on the floor, and if he turns up like he normally does, Michael's got a challenge on his hands. Whoever comes through, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing my game, and if they able to compete with me, then great. If not, I'd definitely be the victor. But I'm not really focused on any player or anything like that. I'm just more focused on, if I deliver, then yeah, I'm happy with that. And whatever the result is, I'm as long as I play well, that's the only thing that matters.
Devon, pleasure as always, mate. Congratulations. Thanks very much.
Hi, Devon. Congratulations on a hard-fought victory. Does that performance sort of epitomise where Devon Petersen has come in the last 18 months? You were behind, but you didn't panic. You kept your rhythm. Well, you got your rhythm back, and then you managed the game properly and sort out. Does that make you feel good, the fact you're that sort of stronger player now?
Yeah, I think mentally I was always a strong player. Just my game never kind of correlated with my performances as it is. But now, like you say, coming back from 4-1 down, I never thought that I was in a panic. I knew that there was 3 sessions potentially. I just needed to make sure that I get the crucial legs to make sure that we have 3 sessions. Once we go in the last session, I mean, it's all guns blazing. So it's who has the stronger mentality, and yeah, fortunate for me, I've learned over the years not to panic. The game's not won in the first session; it's the last session that's the most important. So yeah, I feel as though my game has progressed, and performance-wise, I was able to remain focused and composed throughout that. So yeah, it was great, but it's difficult to play a player that quick though. Throwing 2 dots and walking last. I mean, you struggle with the rhythm, as you saw in the first few legs as it was. But yeah, I'm happy to go through.
Germany's been pretty good to you the last couple of months. Do you look good in lederhosen or something? Do you like the German air?
Yeah, I think it's just the Liverpool kind of thing, and just obviously being champions of Europe and the world as it is. So yeah, I draw some experience from that, and just seeing like Istanbul and stuff like that, and obviously the last way we just walked Tottenham in the final, which was yeah, I think Liverpool obviously spurring me on from a performance perspective, but yeah, I think Germany is just great. I mean, we don't have the crowd here, but it's one of those things where because you continually winning. And now my first title coming in Germany, I think Germans, yeah, I'm probably just happy to be here and probably enjoy the schnitzels and the bratwurst, if you must call it that. So there's a secret in that.
Okay, well, listen, thanks for your time, Devon, and well done today. Thank you.
Cheers, Phil.
Cheers.
Devon, many congratulations on the win and a great performance. Your first major ranking quarterfinal for 5 years. Just how good does it feel to be back at the business end of majors again?
Ultimately, mentally, I think that the title in like a few weeks ago kind of just moved away everything else. Now it just becomes the next 501 in a sense. Major titles and winning titles on the European tour, it's all staged events. So yeah, I don't pay too much attention to the enormity of the tournament. It's just basically 501 for me now, and kind of like one game at a time.
Do you think we saw in evidence again today that Devon Petersen 2.0, in that you didn't panic when you were behind? You know, when he raised his game, you raised yours, and you just seem a lot more assured and composed. Yeah,
I think it's one of those things that I've been working on, and just making sure that my scoring game and just my all-around game, not just on the hockey when you're performing, but when you obviously getting the scores thrown at you, how you obviously compose and react to that. That's the most important thing for me. So yeah, I think it's testament to Devon 2.0 and Devon 2020 that we're experiencing now.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Devon. My pleasure today.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Devon, you've already touched on obviously the Michael van Gerwen game, but what have you learned from the World Grand Prix in terms of the build-up and the preparation for that?
It's important to know that you have to be secure in yourself and know that your performances is all about you, regardless of what anybody else does. External factors shouldn't affect your game. And a big thing is that regardless of what is thrown at you, just make sure that you are settled and perform at your very best. Making sure that your throw is right, your composure is right, and your rhythm right. I mean, that's all a recipe for success. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and I'm continuing to learn day by day.
Brilliant. Cheers,